Alright, so we're gonna do some sirloin steak with some red wine mushroom reduction sauce. We're gonna cook it right on top of the stove in our double griddle. So got the pan nice and hot, the water is beating. I put my sirloin steaks in and sear the meat. After browning the steaks for about 4 minutes, we flip them over. I've already added my shallots and have some red peppers I've cut up. The steaks have been seasoned with salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic. So we brown them nicely. Flip them over, let them cook for about another 4 or 5 minutes or so. I'm going to have a couple steaks a little more well done than others. Our vegetables are on the go here. Red peppers are looking good. I'm going to move them around. And I want to keep mixing things around a bit here so the onions kind of stir around. Little shallots, otherwise if they sit in one spot they may burn. So I want to keep them moving. The steaks in the back, I got it at a slightly lower heat than the steaks in the front because I want to cook those ones a little less. I like my steak nice and medium rare, and we're going to do a couple of medium well steaks as well. So steaks will get nicely. I'm going to add my mushrooms. I'm going to start to saute up. There's enough fat coming out from the steaks onto the pan. So we'll saute those mushrooms and the shallots. Have it just over a medium heat, and we've got things cooking nicely. You can see some of the juices coming through the steaks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these medium rare steaks right off, the two at the back, and we always let the steaks rest. So I'm going to take these two steaks out. This steak has been cooking another 5 minutes now. That is getting on the medium well side. That's looking nice and yummy. Alright, so nice caramelization in the bottom of the pan. That's going to add to our flavor. So everything's out of the pan now. Get all the steaks, nice and medium rare in that top back one. Now I'm going to deglaze the pan. So I'm going to take a half a bottle of red wine. The burners are still on the medium heat. Pour it all over the pan. So it's going to pick up all the lovely flavor off the bottom of the griddle, right? So that's going to deglaze the pan. It's going to clean the pan, but add beautiful flavor. Now the rule of thumb is when you add any type of booze, you want to reduce it by half. So now I've reduced it by half. A lot of the liquid for the mushrooms is coming out as well. Steaks are resting nicely. Mushrooms will start to absorb the red wine, and it's going to look really nice and yummy. We're going to add a little bit of corn flour, cornstarch, to thicken it up a little bit and just start to reduce it. Right? Then I'm also going to add some beef broth, and the beef broth is going to add to our sauce. So this is reducing nicely. The vegetables are on the go. They're pretty much done. So veggies always taste the best out of our cookware. I love vegetables from our pots. Waterless cooking, the way to go. So take the broccoli out. I have some carrots and some potatoes, which were cooking underneath the broccoli. Now I'd use just a little bit of chicken broth. So I'm not straining anything. I'm going to add a little bit of butter, additional seasoning, some salt and pepper, and just mash it right in the pan. Alright, so I didn't strain anything out of that. And we're going to mash it up. So we're going to mash the carrots and the potatoes together. We'll have some broccoli and some red peppers, so that grilled steaks with our red wine mushroom sauce.